Hello and welcome to Glyphosate, Unsafe on Any Plate. This is going to be about a 45-minute deep dive into the toxin, the history, and the solution. And I'm really, really excited that you all are joining me here this evening. This is a topic that I have been researching and learning about for the past 5 years. And even prior to the past 5 years. So I'm going to be sharing a little bit of my story and a whole lot of information. So you might want to get a pen and paper and take notes. And you also might want to light a candle because what I'm about to share is pretty astounding. And it's horrifying that we are living in such toxic times. So without further ado, I have a slideshow for you. Hang tight here. All right. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Glyphosate, unsafe on any plate. I chose this name for a reason. It's the title of a 2016 report that came out that helped me make the connection between what was going on in my son's body and in our pantry. My name is Stephanie Dawn. I'm the mother of 2 teenagers. I'm the former chair of the Million Mom Movement Council, the activist and education arm of Purium Health Products, a company that I've been a proud brand partner of for the past 7 years. Many call me a radical detox goddess because I healed breast cancer naturally, and I now support women and many families to cleanse, detox, and avoid a cancer diagnosis. I'm also a sacred business coach for women entrepreneurs, and you can learn more about my health journey at stephaniedawn.com. So glyphosate, the toxin, this is where we're going to start. So glyphosate is the active ingredient in the herbicide Roundup. It is the most used weed killer in food and agricultural production in human history. It is persistent and unavoidable in our world today. And mothers, fathers, people, concerned citizens all over the globe are waking up to the damage that it can cause, especially in children. This is my boy, Zephyr Jefferson. He had suffered from gut dysbiosis from age 0, 6 months, when he first started eating bananas and Cheerios until he was about 7 years old. When I read that report, Glyphosate, Unsafe on Any Plate, and I made the connection to what was going on in Zephyr's body and the food that he was eating. He was a picky eater his entire young life. He ate Cheerios for 7 years. And then he ate non-organic wheat bagels daily after I took the Cheerios out of his diet. He suffered at age 7 after a year of not eating Cheerios, but continuing to eat non-organic wheat bagels daily. He suffered with daily nausea and diarrhea for a week. And I was like, what is going on with my kid? He'd never been this sick before. And I was really sort of, at a loss for what was going on. And then I made the connection between the wheat bagels and the glyphosate. And I learned that not only was glyphosate drenching oats in the United States, it was also being used as a desiccant for wheat and so many other food sources and products. So also at the age of 7, I was able to transform his gut health, and he's now very healthy at age 16. And I'll be saying more in a little while about what we did to help my precious boy. So glyphosate is a patented chelating agent for industrial machinery. That's how it got its start back in the 70s. And then they transferred this toxic chemical into agriculture. Go figure. It's a patented antibiotic, a patented herbicide, is the main ingredient in the popular weed killer Roundup. It is manufactured by Monsanto Bayer as a desiccant, which is a drying agent. A desiccant is used to increase crop yield and speed up the drying during harvest in order to get the grains, et cetera, to market quickly. It's been used in our food system since the early 70s. If you could just mute yourselves, I'd really appreciate. Okay, so genetically modified GMO crops were specifically designed to withstand glyphosate being applied to them. GMO crops are planted on 175 million acres in the US and 440 million acres worldwide, making glyphosate the most heavily used chemical weed killer in food and agricultural production in human history. So in 2015, the WHO's International Agency for Research on Cancer, or IARC as they're known, determined that glyphosate is a probable human carcinogen. A 2015 study found that 93% of Americans tested had glyphosate in their urine. It has also been found in the soil, in rainwater, and in the umbilical cord and placenta of newborns. So in 2016, this is when things really started to heat up. Food Democracy Now!, a nonprofit organization based out of Iowa, and the Detox Project, which is currently based out of Europe, published an incendiary report called Glyphosate Unsafe on Any Plate, Food Testing Results for Scientific Reasons for Concern. The report outlined the pervasive nature of glyphosate in the US food supply. Many beloved snacks and products that children eat every day contain the herbicide, including Cheerios, Oreos, Doritos, and Ritz crackers. And for those of you who registered for this event, you're going to be getting this report in my follow-up email. Of all the products tested in 2016, Cheerios were found to have the highest parts per billion, over 1,000. In the same report, it was revealed that rats began to have liver damage at 0.5 parts per billion. So if this doesn't make you angry, I don't know what will. General Mills profits off of selling us toxic food in the billions of dollars annually. It's not just General Mills, though. It's Kellogg's, it's all the big grain companies. In 2017, as a result of that report, states within the United States, as well as countries around the world, started to phase out glyphosate because they saw the writing was on the wall. This is a probable human carcinogen, and the cancer cases started to skyrocket. In a landmark cancer lawsuit against Monsanto, the jury ruled chemical giant Monsanto has been ordered to pay $289 million to Lee Johnson, a California school groundskeeper suffering from non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, also known as, and this is so incredibly sad to me, the farmer's cancer. Many farmers in the United States have brought lawsuits against Monsanto because they or a loved one has died from glyphosate use on their farms. All the while, Monsanto was telling them it would not harm them, and it would not harm humans. It wouldn't harm the people that worked in their fields. They were lying. It was found that Monsanto knew its Roundup and Ranger Pro weed killers were dangerous and failed to warn consumers. So we go from the history, the toxin, to the solution. In 2017, Biomedic launches, and this was the same summer that my precious little boy, Zephyr Jefferson, was having all those horrendous gut issues for about a week. just really chronic. He'd had issues over the 7 years of his life with his gut, but never as serious as that one summer. And so it had come out that August, or that July, the product. And then in August, it was a couple weeks before school. And I thought, oh, does he just have anxiety because he's going to school? And so I thought, the clinical trials weren't out yet. And I thought, well, I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give this product a go and see if it's going to help my kid. So I removed the wheat bagels from his diet. I removed corn from his diet. I removed anything sugary from his diet. And I gave him the Biomedic. And within a week, his gut was restored. And you can imagine my elation. And I'll say more about that as we go on here, because Zephyr still continues to be healthy. He's 16 now, and he still takes the Biomedic. So what did the clinical trials in 2017 say that came out in October? They showed a 74% reduction of glyphosate in the body and a 75% reduction of the C-reactive protein, or CRP, which is a marker for inflammation. And I want to just take a moment and I want to give it up to our founder, Dave Sandoval, for his visionary mind, for realizing that we couldn't stop Monsanto and Bayer from poisoning us, but we could get the glyphosate out of our body. Because that's exactly what Biomedic has been certified to do. It is the only product in the world that has been certified to remove glyphosate from the body. Oops. Numerous testimonials. Oops. What happened here? Shoot. How do I go back? Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. This is the first time I've done this. Let me go back to that. Here we go. Biomedic. All right. So numerous testimonials once the product was launched and the clinical trials came in. We had testimonials coming in night and day from happy customers having had years of gut issues, such as celiac disease, severe gut dysbiosis, leaky gut syndrome, and even autistic children who were helped by Biomedic. And what we came to learn is it's not the gluten, it's the glyphosate. So I want to highlight this product because it was a natural progression from the Biomedic supplement to a shake called Epigenius Family. So it was called Epigenius Kids, and then it changed its name to Epigenius Family more recently. A delicious all-organic chocolate protein shake with a fantastic nutritional profile with Biomedic in it. So if your kids are too young to be swallowing a gel cap, they can have a delicious chocolatey shake that has our biofruit in it. It has our superfoods in it. It has protein in it, and it's got the Biomedic in it. So it's also excellent for elders. I immediately saw that and I was like, let's replace Ensure for every elder in the United States. And this is really awesome. So not only did we create a shake for children, but we created the product Epigenius Dogs. So much pet food is made with non-organic ingredients. And our pups play where the glyphosate is sprayed on lawns and at parks. So many dogs are needlessly dying of cancer. The WHO determined glyphosate does cause cancer in dogs. Remember how they said it was a probable carcinogen for humans? It absolutely was determined to be a carcinogen for dogs. Glyphosate in dog urine is 50 times that of humans. Again, if that doesn't make you really angry, I don't know what will. We have had the wool pulled over our eyes in terms of this incredibly harmful toxin, and it's time for us all to wake up and make a change for our four-legged friends, for ourselves, for our families, and our loved ones. So I wanted to highlight the solution which we all here that work with Purium, been brand partners for a while now, support our customers to do. And that is the 90-day lifestyle transformation. So we here at Purium recognize that it takes a while to make a change. For myself, it took me years. I found Purium, I was 50 pounds overweight. I was suffering from perimenopause and candida. And it took me a long time to change the habits that got me into that horrendous health state. So I wanted to share with you all about the 90-day lifestyle transformation. What does it do, you might ask? Well, it will effectively help you to remove glyphosate out of your body. So in the clinical trials, it showed that there was a 6-week period of time that 74% of glyphosate was removed from the body. But I have had colleagues who took the entire summer they got themselves tested to see if there was glyphosate in their body, and there was. And then for 2 months, they took the biomedic. And by the end of 2 months, the glyphosate was all gone. But people say to me, but Stephanie, do I have to keep taking this? I'm like, well, do you eat organic food every day? I know that for me personally, that's almost impossible because, first of all, most restaurants, if you eat out, do not serve you organic food. And many people don't even understand the importance of organic food. So what I love about our products is they are beyond organic, and they will support you to start making healthier choices on the daily over 90 days to really help you transform your health. And when I say that we've seen miracles happen in this community, that is exactly what we've seen over these past 7 years that I've been working here. Very serious health diagnoses have been turned around. And I'm just going to list a few. But if you get with the person that invited you here, they can share a lot more with you. All right. So how about PCOS? Bye-bye PCOS. How about which stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome? How about Lyme disease? How about leaky gut syndrome? How about Hashimoto's? How about diabetes? So in myself, I received a breast cancer diagnosis 4 years ago, and I'm here to tell the tale. So, and this has been my nutritional foundation. So these are all very serious health diagnoses, and so many of us don't understand that the dietary damage that's happening as a result of what we're eating is really wrecking our health. So we can turn it all around, and we can do it with the 90-day lifestyle transformation. You'll also kill parasites. It's a metabolic reset. It's a liver cleanse. And it's an invitation to remove sugar, caffeine, alcohol, gluten, and cow dairy from your diet. Do you have to remove it 100% in order to benefit? No, you don't. But if you do, you're going to benefit a lot quicker than if you don't. So, and I say it's an invitation because we're all adults here. And when we have dominion over our choices, we're more likely to succeed. All right. If I told you, Margaret, you must remove sugar and dairy, no, that's not how we function here. You don't have to do all these things, but it's going to help you if you do. All right. And if you're at an event, and, you're at a family event, or you go out for dinner one night to celebrate something in your life, and you come, the very next meal, you get back on the protocol. So you can't fail. You just can't fail. All right. You can lose or gain weight on this protocol. And again, the person that invited you here can share more about how to do that. And ultimately, you are going to feel amazing. And you're going to get restore energy. You're going to clear brain fog. You're going to get clearer skin, healthier hair, nails, all of it. So I could go on and on about the benefits, but I'm not going to. And again, if you have friends or family that have invited you here to be with me today, they love you. Let's just be really clear. They absolutely love you. They did this because they love themselves, and they share it because they want to help more people get healthy and to get the glyphosate out of their body. All right. So let's continue here. So how would you like to be a part of the solution? We are a tribe. We are an army. We are wellness warriors, moms, dads, women, men, concerned citizens, aunties, uncles, who are, we're fed up, really. We're fed up with the toxins in our food, and we want to do something about it for ourselves and for our families. So many of us are activists. Several of us are artists. Many of us are stay-at-home moms. We are people who are taking back our power when it comes to our food. And we're doing it in community. And so, you know, when I found this business opportunity, I wasn't looking for another stream of income. I was a super busy, successful business coach. It found me, really. And so the community here of health transformers is really, you know, the paychecks are great, but the commitment of one another, of each of us, to be supporting each other, to stay the course and to learn more and to research and to help each other to get healthy and stay healthy. This has been an absolute, you know, joy for me to be a part of such an amazing community. And, you know, I healed the appearance of cancer in my body naturally. And I've been doing heavy metal detox protocols now for the last 4 years as well. And I credit my excellent health right now with what it is that I've learned here in this community. So if you want to support yourself, not only in your health journey, but you want to support yourself financially, then we want to invite you to join the team. All right. So if you go ahead and you invest in that 90-day lifestyle transformation, you will be eligible to get the business for free. So what does that mean, get the business? And you know what? And we're looking for brand partners to work with us in every state, Canada, and the EU. And I'm going to stop the share so you can see my face big. So we are on a mission. We're on a mission to transform health and wealth here on planet Earth. And we have the most beautiful company to do that with. And you can do it part-time. You can do it full-time. You can do it in the nooks and crannies of your life. You can do it, you know, as often or as little as you want. Bottom line is, though, our team is a robust team of wellness warriors, and we are here to hold the hands of those who are interested in not only transforming their health, but transforming their wealth. For those of you who maybe you're in a full-time job and you've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, you know, or maybe you just want that extra stream of income to pay off your car or to send your kids to camp, whatever it may be, that could be this. So a few other things that I'd like for you to know about the company is that we are working to completely stop the use of plastic in our supplement line and in all of our protocols 100%. And we are almost there. We've saved so many, I think it's like I don't want to misspeak. It's a lot. A lot of plastic has been saved from the landfill as we've been transitioning away from plastic over these last few years. And that's something that was really meaningful to me. You know, I've been a long time an environmental social justice activist, and it's really meaningful to me to be able to work with a company that's in alignment with my values. And that's what I found too within our community is we have, you know, radiant teammates, some of which you just saw in that last screen share. Those are my actual teammates. When we got together in Florida this last October, we met up in Florida, and we're meeting again in St. Augustine, Florida, this coming October 2023. So we're here for each other, and we're here for each other to support our families, to support our friends, to support those who are interested in building a business with us. All right. So health and wealth, that's our jam. And if you want the business, you'll be eligible to get the business if you purchase the 90-day ultimate lifestyle transformation or less. All right, there's all kinds of different packs for you to join the business. And when you join the business, it means that you get unlimited gift codes for a year. So the person that invited you here tonight has a gift code for you. It's either going to give you $50 off if you purchase $75 or more, or it's going to give you 25% off if you purchase $200 or more. All right, that's a substantial discount to get you started. And oh my gosh, hello, Junebug. I just saw her wave at me. Yeah, I love my team. That's a member of my team. So and her daughter. So this is a big community of love, you know, and we support each other every single day. And it's really my honor to do so, and to be a part of an organization and a company, a corporation that's doing right by the planet. It's doing right by farmers, and it's doing right by the people that share these products, which would be us, the brand partners. So I'd like to open it up now for any questions at all. And if you could raise your hand, I'd really appreciate that, because I shared a lot of information tonight in terms of the toxin, the history, and the solution. And there's bound to be folks who might have some questions about whether or not this is right for you, any concerns at all about the protocols, or anything that you just want to clarify that I said, or yeah. So if anyone would like to ask a question, just go ahead and raise your hand. I'm actually going to take off my hoodie because I get a little bit fired up. I get a little warm.
Oh.
Hi, who do I hear?
It's me, Margaret. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I have a question. So how long do you start seeing the change in the CRP? Is it like a short time, or does it vary from person to person, or is it really take some time?
That is a great question. So in the clinical trials of 2017, it took 6 weeks to see the 74% reduction. And here's something else. Thank you for asking that question, Margaret. Here's something else I want you to keep in mind. In the middle of the pandemic, Dave Sandoval, the incredible visionary founder of our company, was being interviewed. And somebody asked him the question, is it possible, Dave, that Biomedic is removing other pesticides and herbicides from our bodies? And Dave said, well, we haven't done the clinical trials or the science to be able to, affirmatively say yes. But he said, because the CRP was reduced by 75% in a 6-week period of time, it is possible that because other pesticides would be causing the high CRP markers as well. But there's a reduction with the Biomedic of the CRP. So he said there's a very good possibility that's removing other pesticides, because we know glyphosate is not the only one. And if you go on Facebook, you go to Food Democracy Now, they have amazing statistics on that Facebook page, amazing graphics, where I found a lot of the graphics for tonight's presentation, and you'll be blown away. I did not share half the graphics that were in on that Facebook page. Thank you, Margaret, for your question. All right, Rebecca Hoover.
Hi.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you. I was curious how the transformation works while breastfeeding, because I remember I have done it a little bit before, but I want to get more serious about it here within the next month or two. But I'm breastfeeding and plan on breastfeeding for a while. So is everything still safe to take?
Yeah, great question. Yeah, thank you. So, so the ULT, the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, does come with a product that is not safe for breastfeeding. So you would put that one up onto a shelf. It's called Super Cleansar. And it has, that's the parasite killing herbs. And that is contraindicated for a pregnant woman or a breastfeeding mama. All right. Thank you for asking. Excellent question. Anyone else have a question?
I was just going to say that the collagen pack would probably be a really good one. It doesn't have the super cleanser. It's got the extra other stuff that would be really supportive for postpartum.
Yes, perfect, Kahina. Kahina's a birth worker, Rebecca, and she just mentioned the ULT plus collagen pack, and that has in it they remove the super cleanser and they put the dark berry shake, which is so delicious, and the renew hair, skin, and nails, which is really awesome for a mom, because we know we lose a lot of hair when we give birth to our babies. Those babies deplete us and we got to nourish ourselves, right? So thanks, Kahina. Great point. All right. Any other comments or questions?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Here's that dark berry. It's yummy. It's incredibly yummy.
Thank you, by the way.
I was invited to do a talk on glyphosate for a health class at a community college. So I dug into it and learned about. It's the guy that discovered vitamin C is the one that did the preliminary research on the formula that we have, and he actually, his heritage, he's not around anymore, passed it on to David because they liked what he's doing. So anyhow, the original glyphosate wasn't around back when he did that research. So I think what the original research was about was any foreign toxic element in the system, that it would lock onto it and help it get rid of it. And I think that's why David did the research, to see how that would affect glyphosate.
Beautiful. Right. So thank you for bringing that up, Glenn, because you're affording me the opportunity to let everyone know that you're all going to be receiving the PDF copy of the toxin that came to dinner. And are you referring to Albert St. Georgi, the Hungarian scientist? Yeah. So David Sandoval highlights Albert St. Georgi at the beginning of that book, and you're all going to be getting a PDF copy. You're also going to be getting a PDF copy of Glyphosate Unsafe on Any Plate, which was the 2016 report. And you'll also be getting The Poison in Our Daily Bread, which was the February 2022 report, which is an update. And I'm really excited for you all to read that, to share it in your communities, and to get the word out about what we have here. Even if you don't want to be a brand partner, you can refer to those to who you know is working with Purium, and support us in getting the word out about Biomedic, Epigenius Kids, and Epigenius Dogs. Thank you, Glenneth. All right. Any other questions or comments?
Hello.
Can you give us that name again?
Yes, Heather?
Oh, somebody just wanted the name again. They can go first.
The name of what?
Oh, it's never mind. Nirankar put it up. My question was just so I did buy the 90-day plus the immune thing. And I'm starting one thing at a time. And I was curious on how or what you've seen with the Epstein-Barr virus. So I have PCOS, I have the MTHFR, 2 of those gene mutations, and that. So I was in the Epstein-Barr, which is making me so tired all the time. So I would really love if you have any information on viruses and the possibly the MTHFR.
Yeah, I'd
mutation.
love to. Yeah, thank you for your question. I'd love to invite my colleague and my Purium mama, who's been with me all these years, to come on and share what she knows. Welcome, Rachel Balansat.
Hello, I'm doing organic shopping for a friend who's on this call right now. Thank you for this question. Hi, Heather. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. So the MTH, so all genetic mutations, this is something really fascinating and really cool. Any damaged DNA, this is studies, these are based on studies, right? Damaged DNA, if you put it in an alkaline solution, it repairs itself. And so this is an alkalizing transformation. It completely alkalizes your body. And so it has the potential to help those your DNA to actually repair itself. And I have worked with a lot of people with MTHFR genetic mutations. And another thing that helps in that instance is actually another product, which is the vitamin B12 from Vinergy, which helps with methylation. So that is something that you could add in addition to this. So those two things, and specifically Vinergy.com, not any other B complex, just that one. Because it has the adenocobalamin and the methylcobalamin. And you don't want to just do one or the other. You want both. So that would be something that I would add on to this pack, but this pack can greatly help you. Epstein-Barr virus, bye-bye, because the barley green juice that's in our products is going to help kill, it's antiviral, it kills the virus, which actually feed viruses. So you've got win-wins, like every single side of this, every single aspect of this protocol can support you. I had Epstein-Barr virus, I had Hashimoto's, I was exhausted, sleeping 5 times a day for 9 years. And then I found this protocol almost exactly 9 years ago, and I've been free of Hashimoto's for the last 9 years, free of Epstein-Barr virus, free of eczema, and I had eczema and all the different expressions of the Epstein-Barr virus I had, and they're all gone. So, yay for you!
Yay! Yeah. So Rachel is a walking, living testimony to the power of these protocols and everything that she just mentioned, Heather. And I'm really, really, really excited that you're going to do this and that you can receive support. Like I said, you're seeing the beauty of the community right now in this call. Lean in. We are here for you. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're so welcome. I'm so glad you came tonight. All right. Oh, it says Rachel Balansat, but I'm pretty sure that's Tara Shea. Hey, Tara Shea. Can you unmute?
Oh, hi. Sorry, I'm like texting and the meanwhile and listening. Yeah, I was just connecting about Albert. I still want to say Albert Georgi, but how to pronounce it correctly. If it's that the book from 19, I him for years.
You know what? You're going in and out. You might want to turn off your video. We can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I was wondering about the Albert Georgi, if that was the proper pronunciation, if it was the Nobel Prize winner from 1937.
I believe it is. And I pronounce it.
Okay.
I pronounce it Georgi, but it could be Georgie. I don't know.
Okay. I'm so happy to hear someone else quote him besides me, because I've been quoting him for years, because he states in every culture and medical tradition before ours, healing was done by moving energy. And because I'm in the healing arts about energy healing, and nutrition falls in that category as well, because it's a combination, but it was just so good to hear, I like our founder and bringing that presentation into this book, and being able to get a copy of the book that we could share with other people for education.
Yeah, I'm excited for you to read it. It's how he starts the book, is talking about this man and his research. So, and for those of you who want a paper copy, you can purchase a paper copy. And the person that invited you to be here tonight can hook you up.
Thank you, Stephanie. And thank you, Rachel.
Yeah, you're so welcome. Thanks for being here. All right. Anyone else? Any questions or comments?
I just want to thank everybody for everything you guys do. I love you guys so much. And in the last 2 months, I have seen so much love and support within this community. And it's been teaching me a lot, as well as the work that I already do, trying to bring together community all around the world and just supporting everybody and reminding everybody of why we are here, to love each other and support and grow and evolve. And our diet and our health is number one, and everything comes and follows through that. The last person that just was talking just mentioned energy work, and yes, the energy in our food, which translate into our thoughts, into our conscious and subconscious and our reality, and it helps create the change and everything around us. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for everything that you do. You are such a beautiful being. I love you so much. Thank you.
Oh, Brian, thank you for saying that. Well, yeah, I can't help but open my mouth when I learn things that I just don't feel are just. And selling toxic food to children and families and to citizens of the United States and Canada and the EU, I mean, it just fires me up. So something that I think that you all should know is I will be doing this presentation every other month. So if you're thinking about brand partnership and you're wondering, oh, you know, how can I get someone to come and hear stuff? In May, we're going to be doing it again. So I want to invite you to come back as a brand partner, and let's grow this movement of awake humans who are making amazing changes in the world. And we got to be the change, you know, that we're waiting for. It's like, it's not going to happen. There's nobody that's going to come and do it for us. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. So God bless you, Brian. All right. Anyone else? Any comments or questions about anything that I shared this evening? Yes, Saya.
Thanks. Sorry, I couldn't find my raise the hand thing on here. I'm really glad that you had this because so many people still don't know what glyphosate is or haven't heard the word glyphosate. They've heard of Roundup, but they don't know what glyphosate is. And I even had a friend who is actually using that weed killer herself in her yard, which freaked me out. And she'd been going through a lot of health problems with her knees and all kind of stuff. And she's thrown it out. And she started using the ULT now, and she's starting to feel better, you know, which is so great to hear. But it's really important for us to get the word out about glyphosate, because I remember when Dwayne Lee Johnson, when that came out, I couldn't believe. And then all the people that came after that and sued them, it's amazing. But people still don't know, and it's so important because it's bad.
Yeah, you know, I could have put so much more into this presentation about the billions of dollars that have been paid out to litigants from Monsanto Bayer. It's astounding. And maybe for May, I'll just like pack it even more so this becomes a big fat juicy hour-long presentation. Yeah, we were all together, Zaya, in 2018 when that news came out about Dwayne Lee Johnson. And we were at Purium's convention. Actually, it was pretty exciting. So, all right. Thanks, Zaya. Kristen Ritsuko, welcome.
Hi. I just wanted to say about our product for dogs and detoxing the glyphosate out of our dog's gut and healing their gut health is just been phenomenal. I have 2 large dogs, and they've been on this product for over a year now, and their health is just amazing. And their coat is really shiny and soft and fluffy, and they're thriving on it. So I just feel really good knowing that I'm detoxing the glyphosate, not just out of my body, but out of their body too, because they're so close to I live in a townhouse and all the lawns are kept up. They're spraying stuff. I have no idea I know what they're spraying. And it's just terrible. So I have to detox it out. So it's a really important product.
Good. Yeah, great. Thank you for sharing, how you care for your precious puppies. It's so important when it comes to our animals, My own sister's dog died of cancer recently, and there was just no reason. I'm like, tell me what was in their food. And she started to tell me, I'm like, none of that is organic. Therefore, it's all sprayed with glyphosate. So it's horrendous. And unless we have the information, we can't take action and make the change. So that's why I'm doing these presentations, is to help educate folks to make a change for their puppies, for their children, for their grandparents, whoever, right? Do you know how many grandparents I've heard that eat Cheerios? There's tons of them out there, parents, and it's such a beloved Honey Nut Cheerios, beloved American cereal. Toxic. Don't do it. All right, Margaret, welcome back.
Thank you. So, I understand it's important to be organic, but does organic necessarily mean that it's GMO free, or not GMO, that it's glyphosate free? And where does GMO come into this? Does it play a role in it or not?
Yeah, great questions. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you're talking to the original organic freak right here. I used to live on an organic farm, and our farm was certified by CCOF, the Farmers Association, the sort of certifying body in California. And in order for something to be organic, then it had to be a non-GMO seed. It had to be an organic seed. It had to be organic, the various different stuff that they would put on all the trees. I lived at a citrus farm with my boyfriend at the time, and everything that we put onto the soil and onto the trees had to be organic. So we used and organic then meant that it was from nature. Okay, it wasn't like a certified organic bat guano, which is like bat poop. And we would use minerals. We would use crushed crystalline minerals from a quarry down near Mexico. So yeah, so today, however, there is allowable amounts of glyphosate in organic certification. Because why? It's everywhere and omnipresent. And so they have to allow it because it's everywhere. And that just like fires me up because I'm such a purist, And one of the things I love about Purium is that they triple test all of their ingredients, all of their sources before they put it into their products. So we know that what we're getting is a very, very, very pure product with no heavy metals or pesticides in it. So I hope that answers your question, Margaret.
I think what I get from what you're saying is that, yes, organic pretty much says that it's free from glyphosate, but there is a little bit of percentage because it's organic. I mean, it's not organic. It's everywhere. No matter what we do, there's a little bit of glyphosate in everything, water, soil, even if it is organic. So that's why you need the biomedic to help even in that little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would much prefer that we didn't even need a product to remove the glyphosate out of our bodies, but we do. So here we are, and it's like I said, it's everywhere, omnipresent. It's in beverages, it's in wine, it's in beer, it's in rain, it's in the air, it's everywhere. That's how much it's being used. And that's the crime, really. That's the crime. Because if we had a government that really cared about us, a federal government that really cared about us, they'd make sure that, that Monsanto would go down in flames. But they're more interested in profiting off of us. And here we are. And if you want to read an amazing book all about this, read the Monsanto Papers by Carrie Gillum. And if you'd like to see the interview I did with her last year, I think it was June, last spring, last summer, reach out and I can get you that interview. Thank you, Margaret. Zaya, one more question?
Yeah, it was some Genevieve had put in the chat. She was looking to see if there's a listing of dog foods that have glyphosate in them, or she said if we should assume that all commercially available dog foods have it, and that her dog had pancreatitis, and that they're trying to feed her whole foods instead of the canned stuff now.
I'd like to invite Kristen Ritsuko back on because she's like my #1 resource for this. Basically, part B of what you said, Zaya, that we should just assume that all conventional dog food has glyphosate in it. And then Kristen, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Well, I feed raw. And there's different types of raw that are very popular now, even like dehydrated is better. But I don't do kibble because there's going to be even the grain freeze. I mean, I did do that for a while, but I do raw food and I get my raw meat from a farm that is organic. So I can get you information on that. They ship all over, so I can totally get you recipes. And if you just want to, I can put my information in the chat and we can talk more about that. But
beautiful.
Yeah, I just do it raw.
Beautiful. Thank you for your generosity, Kristen. I love us. Just to echo Brian, I just love our community where we show up 100% to serve one another and to help. Right? Like Dave Sandoval refers to us all that are brand partners in the company as servant leaders. And I really take that very seriously. So it's a beautiful, beautiful community. Any other questions about glyphosate, its history, the solution? If not, then I am gonna, one more. Bob. Hey, Bob. Did you have a question?
No, I don't have a question, but I was just waving. But I do want to say this is a great presentation. And I didn't realize that, even though it says certified organic, there probably are several chemicals that are allowed, not only glyphosate, but a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit. So that's why I love Purium drinks, that I know that most of those farms are located hundreds of miles away from other farms that are spraying, so you don't get that type of drift. And it's a dry area that they water from groundwater. So so anyway, thank you very much. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, you're very welcome. What I will say to what you just shared there, Bob, is that when I first found out about glyphosate, it was before I'd even found Purium. I was reading, I think, an article on Facebook that shared that glyphosate was being found in California white wine. And I knew that my family loved white wine. And I can remember sending that link to my sisters and my mom. And I'm like, you guys, this is, you guys need to know about this, and so like, hello, glyphosate being found in organic white wine. How is that happening? Oh, well, it's something called drift and wind. So yeah, glyphosate's being found in organic food. So we want to, but Organic is still better than conventional, 100%. And here's what I want to say, just the final thing I want to say, and then we're going to say goodbye. If you don't pay the premium now, you will pay for the diagnosis later. All right. I lived an organic life for 30 years and I still got breast cancer. So if it can happen to me, it can happen to any one of us. And when I was living in California, this was another detail that I wanted to include in the presentation. I just couldn't include everything. I did not want to overwhelm you guys. There's so much. But in, I think it was 2017, there was a UCSD report that came out in JAMA, the Journal of American Medicine, that showed that in 25 years, the 25 years that I'd lived in California, there was a 500% increase of glyphosate in Southern Californians, the amount of time that I'd lived in California. So if it can happen to me, the organic freak, it can happen to anyone. So look after yourself, look after your family, join us if you're inspired, become a part of our team, and get in touch with the person that invited you to be here. And let's go change lives together. All right? Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being with us. Come back in May. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.